Hello, I'm Jamie Turback. I'm the director of the Oakland Public Library. I've had the great fortune of working for the Oakland Public Library for 22 years. I became the director about 4 years ago. Next slide. Our mission statement is your Oakland Public Library empowers all people to explore, connect, and grow. We really want people to feel ownership of their library and to make it a community space and really engage the community so that it reflects their needs. Next slide. Our goals are listed here. We've been focusing for years and we'll continue to focus on, our most important asset, which is our staff. We have a goal to reach more people where they are. That can mean with our hours of service, it can mean online, it can mean going out into the community, and it can mean developmentally. So, we serve children, adults, people in all kinds of different emotional states and who have a lot of different needs. So we want to really tailor our services to meet the individual's needs. A big focus for me currently and probably for the next few years is really on our physical spaces. So we have some libraries that are over 100 years old and have a lot of deferred maintenance or needs that don't reflect modern times, like the ability to have technology or light or flexibility with tables and seating and meeting rooms where we need them. So we're working really hard to make our libraries as welcoming as possible, as flexible as possible, and inviting and clean. Next slide. So we have 18 locations spread across the city. In various years throughout the history of the Oakland Public Library, we've had as many as 23 branches. So we have pretty good geographic range. There are some pockets of the city that do not have libraries and have expressed the desire for libraries. And then there are some growing areas that have demographic shifts that I would expect in the coming years to want library services near them. Next slide. We are the second oldest library system in California. We were founded in 1878. Because Oakland never had a fire the way San Francisco Public did and San Francisco did following the earthquake, we have very, very old collections and archival materials that go back to this period of 1878. This photo is of the main library that opened in 1902, and it is now currently the site of the African American Museum and Library. This room here is the gallery at AMLA, which you can go visit now. Next slide. So one of the things I think that people are constantly surprised is all that we do that they don't know about. Of course, libraries have the association of checking out books, but we do much more than that. So we have books, of course, but we also have ebooks, audiobooks. Ebooks can be a variety of books that you read electronically, and they can also be downloaded and listened to. There's interactive books these days. We have streaming music and movies, just like Netflix or Pandora kinds of products. So if you need anything like that or your constituents do, please tell them. All this is available at your library with your library card for free. Anybody can get a library card who resides in California. We also have great magazines, electronic magazines. They will pop up automatically to you by email, and you can own those, some of them, and we have them in a lot of different languages. And then we also check out hotspots. That's one of our most popular circulating items right now. Next slide. We also check out laptops. Those are primarily for in-house use in the library, but so somebody can go sit somewhere and use the public Wi-Fi on a laptop. We check out video games, we check out toys, tools, induction stoves. We have a lot of popularity, particularly in the spring with our seed lending libraries. We check out bike blocks and tools. We check out ukuleles. We're always interested in again, in providing whatever the community needs and kind of having a sharing mentality and kind of community resources. Next slide. We also do a lot. So we have events, story times, research technology. Some of our other kinds, we have author readings, lectures, we have workshops, resume workshops. Right now for Black History Month, we have really awesome programs going on the theme of the national theme of Black resistance. So please check out our website and try to support those programs if you're able to. I wanted to highlight a particular thing we have going on that's really special. At the main library, we have an exhibit that was put together by the Oakland History Center, the Magazine and Newspaper Division, and the African American Museum and Library. It's an exhibit on the Black press in Oakland, and it looks back at the origins of the Black press in the country, but then also specifically in Oakland, going back to the 1860s. They have actual newspapers that you can see, photographs, and it's really fascinating to look at that history. So I'm pretty excited about that. Next slide. And then again, these are just more pictures of some of the programs we do. As I mentioned, we try to get outside of our walls. So we have staff who go out into the community and attend. We had staff who were at an outreach event at the Coliseum this week for jobs, job resources. We have a team called the East Oakland Engagement Team. They're focused on really building community resilience and resources in East Oakland. They support a Father's Circle for Black and Brown fathers that happens on Wednesday nights at the 81st Avenue Branch Library. And then we have a bike fix-it clinic. So we repair bikes in East Oakland. There's no bike shop in East Oakland. So a lot of people come to get their bikes repaired, particularly young people. And then we also teach them how to fix their bikes so that they can maintain their transportation and get around. Next slide. So in terms of where we're going, we've got some upcoming exciting events for feasibility studies to look at either a new or a remodeled main library. Hoover Durant had a library that went away a couple of decades ago, and that community is very active in trying to restore that library. Piedmont Avenue was in a rental unit and lost its space about a decade ago, and so now it's looking at a new home off Piedmont Avenue on the Oakland Unified School District campus. The San Antonio neighborhood, the Park Friends have expressed a desire to have a library in their neighborhood. Again, there used to be one many years ago and it went away. So we submitted as part of the Capital Improvement Project program, along with FOPSL, to have a master plan, or I'm sorry, a feasibility for study for San Antonio. I just want to say that, kind of moving forward, the longer term vision, I think, is for libraries to join or co-locate services with other community organizations, such as parks and rec facilities, senior centers, schools, nonprofit organizations, housing developments, just for some examples. I think co-locating facilities would allow libraries to do the day-to-day work that we do really well, which is, education, literacy, entertainment, technology, and meeting places, but then also effectively pivot in times of emergency to meet a variety of different community needs in a really flexible and responsive way. So for some of the examples we have served as warming centers, cooling centers. We provided food during COVID, at the beginning of COVID. We've been places where people could go during wildfire bad smoke days. When there have been power shutdowns by PG&E, we've been a place people could go to charge their phones or have electricity. I think libraries are really well positioned to do this kind of service as long as the facilities are robust enough to do what is needed. So that's something that's really important to us moving forward. Next slide. And I just want to close out by really, I guess, shouting out to the library staff. You know, since COVID in 2020, when libraries shut down and then reopened a few months later in June for sidewalk service checkout, the library staff have really just been tremendous. They really stepped up as disaster service workers. They're so committed to the community all the time, and they're constantly listening to their patron needs and trying to come up with creative solutions to make the services fun and engaging and appropriate for people. So it just, they do great work every day. They do so much that I don't even know about until I find out later, and I'm always amazed. And so I just really want to thank them for their commitment over the years, and their passion for serving this community. I'm always available if there's questions, either now or later. So my contact information is here. And then on the next slide, there's our website. If you haven't visited our website, please do. There's tons of resources. You can search there for things to check out and find out all kinds of things that we have going on. Thank you.